are going to win.
Quit making national heroes out of those who steal secrets and publish them in the newspaper.
Daniel Ellsberg was born April 7, 1931, in Chicago, Illinois. In 1952, he graduated from Harvard University. In 1954, he spent 3 years serving as a Marine in the United States Marine Corps. And in 1962, he earned his PhD in economics. Ellsberg eventually ended up working for the Rand Corporation as a strategic analyst, and also consulted with the Defense Department about nuclear war.
The hundreds of thousands we were killing was unjustified homicide, and I couldn't see the difference between that and murder. Murder had to be stopped.
In 1964, Ellsberg joined the Defense Department as a special assistant to Assistant Secretary of Defense. Ellsberg eventually returned to the Rand Corporation in 1967, where he worked on a top-secret McNarma of U.S. decision-making in Vietnam, which will later be known as the Pentagon Papers. Daniel Ellsberg made copies of these papers in 1971 and gave it to New York Times, The Washington Post, and 17 other newspapers.
This weekend, portions of a highly classified Pentagon document came to light for all the world to see and brought cries of outrage from Washington.
We gotta get this son of a bitch.
Yes, Kennedy did send in troops in violation of the Geneva Accord. Johnson did start the buildup before he said he was going to. These guys were lying through their teeth when they were talking to us. And here it is in black and white. There's no way of denying it.
The Times building is encircled by armed guards. We are printing tomorrow a top-secret government document.
A name has now come out as the possible source of the Times Pentagon documents. It is that of Daniel Ellsberg, the top policy analyst for the Defense and State Department.
I am prepared to answer to all the consequences of these decisions.
Henry Kissinger said that Daniel Ellsberg was the most dangerous man in America, and he had to be stopped.
The study was 47 volumes, 7,000 pages. It would take me months of Xeroxing.
We've dropped another 200,000 tons of bombs on Indochina. That's 10 Hiroshimas, 1 Hiroshima a week.
What has remained significant about the release of the Pentagon Papers is the decision by a public official to give priority to conscience as compared to career.
Daniel Ellsberg, whatever his intentions, gave aid and comfort to the enemy.
It was a crime from the start, carried out by 4 presidents, and now a 5th president was doing the same. I'm not going to be part of this system of lying anymore.
After publication of the Pentagon Papers, Daniel Ellsberg dodged felony charges against him because of federal misconduct. Daniel Ellsberg now lives freely in California, educating the world about the significance of the Vietnam War. He published 3 books over his recent time. Papers on the War, published 1971. Secrets, a Memoir of Vietnam, and the Pentagon Papers, published 2002. And Risk, Ambiguity and Decision, published 2001. These books aren't his only lasting contribution to the world. Daniel Ellsberg still gives lectures about the nuclear era and wrongful U.S. interventions. But his real lasting impact to history is how others followed in his footsteps, like Daniel Ellsberg exposing the government's unlawful use of surveillance, and also WikiLeaks exposing emails of United States governmental officials and the inappropriate conduct that occurs.
It wasn't that we were on the wrong side. We were the wrong side.